Hey guys, Stealth here, welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. We're on episode 13 of this, well, very long campaign at this stage. What started out this campaign was my desire to go for a 1940s historical campaign, yet that's not exactly what I'm running at the moment. Because the campaign is, well, it started out historically accurate, but then I got pretty tired of the light shells pretty quick. Anyway, we are here now. And we are here in the North Sea with the task force. A big task force at this. So this is probably going to be micromanagement hell. We got the Hansa, our battlecruiser with 15-inch guns, 6 of them only. Her main contestant is the Lorraine with 8 14-inch guns. Now, my battleships have very little issue taking these things down. But whether a battlecruiser can do the same thing, I'm not 100% convinced. Also, they have a slew of light cruisers, and these guys carry 20 torpedo launchers per light cruiser. Fortunately, however, they don't have the range as the British. They don't have the same level of torpedo range, which I think for the British is 21, but I believe for the French it's 15 something. Now, they got a load of those. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 light cruisers and 1 destroyer. But I have 3 heavy cruisers of the... what is that? I think the Admiral Hipper class, and I got 1 of the Deutschland class, the only existing Deutschland class. Now, the Deutschland could be very interesting here, because it has 6 11-inch guns. Against all these light cruisers, that should prove to be a fairly even, well, uneven fight. And then I got a massive amount of destroyers. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting micromanagement project. Alright, we're immediately at action stations as the battlecruiser has been sighted 18-kilometer range. Battleship. Battleship, it's not a battlecruiser. This is my battlecruiser, it's their battleship. I have been in the process of reformatting my division. It's just not going to be easy to do that, because they're all still figuring out where they want to go. I have 1 division of 5 ships, 5 destroyers over there going towards the southwest. I have 1 of these groups going west, and I intend to launch a crossfire of torpedoes at them. Whether that will work, we shall see. Oh, I also got this div here, the 26, the 15, the 10, and the 13, and I have another 4 of these, 30, 18, 24, and 7, screening the battlecruiser. If, at some point in time, they can figure out where they're supposed to go. The heavy cruisers at this point, not strictly useful against the battlecruiser, sadly. Because I would very much love that they were. The issue, however, is these heavy cruisers, they don't really have the firepower to pen a battleship, nor do they come with torpedoes. So that means that they're going to have to rely upon high explosive shells, which, in the case of light shells, don't generally do that much damage. But when the other ships start to show up, when the light cruisers come into play, that is when we're going to have a party with the heavy cruisers. Most of these are pretty maneuverable. 456, they have very good sonar at sonar 2. I believe that the Deutschland, that is the Deutschland, has an even better turning circle at 242 and Hydro 3, so her sonar is a bit worse. We've already inflicted some damage against the battleship, but it's not that much. And the battleship seems to have taken an interest in the Blücher. Ah, there is the light cruiser group. There is quite a bit of light cruiser group. Heavy cruisers, engage the light cruiser. This guy is slightly farther afield, but so be it. How do I play this? Because the battlecruiser is, I think, most at risk. You're going to turn that way. All of you idiots follow the 17. That'd be great. Because there is a bit of mingling going on with the destroyers there. Not exactly as I would like it, but this is what I knew was going to happen. Oh, hello Blücher. You are coming under a lot of fire. 11-8. That's far better. We're going to take that shot. If I recall correctly, the French light cruisers weren't particularly survivable. But I'm not 100% on that. Please don't torp anything yet. Now what? Oh, it's the destroyers here. That's the 18 and the 20... That's the screening force for the battlecruiser. They're going every which way except the right way. Every destroyer on my side is now getting lit up. Holy moly, what a fight. This is kind of making my job of a caster even harder. Because I barely know what to cover. Maintain your focus on the battlecruiser. Get some secondaries on the light cruiser. And assume that you've been torpedoed with your turning circle. You might want to start taking some preparations to dodge. I'm going to turn off the importance of high value reports. Because it's currently not that important. I don't care how much damage I do. I want to know how many torpedoes I'm getting on my sonars. Because that is far more interesting to me at the moment. Okay, pause for a second. This was suggested a lot more. Pause more during the games, because you're making it far more difficult on yourself than it needs to be. You guys are absolutely right. Okay, what I can do with this div. This is Division 3. They are well inside of torpedo range to start launching their torpedoes. So I'm going to have to V8 target this. I'm using Control-Shift and then right-clicking this. And that way you make sure that the torpedoes lock onto the target. So that's Shift right-click. Oh, sorry, Shift right-click. V16 is going to target that. V29 is going to target that. Then we have the V1 and the V22. I'm going to keep those dark. And we're going to just standard launch a torpedo. I should be able to deliver a serious blow to the French here. Because I am pretty confident in my abilities to launch a pretty devastating attack. Not necessarily only on these light cruisers, but on the battleship at large after that. Also, the French were this huge navy with 80 ships, I think it was. Okay, the screening thing is absolutely not working. We're gonna go here. Pause. The 18 is part of Division 4. No, Division 6. I want you to torpedo this. 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 Launch when available. Already getting some flooding in on one of their cruisers. That's excellent. The battleship is the ideal target, but it's going to take me a while to get onto that target. Because they're pretty far away. And really the only ship that can accurately land shells there is the Hansa. It's going to take some time for her to get there. Okay, we got a launch from the 18. How is the other group? Yes, we got a launch from the 8, from the 16, from the 29. Not yet. Not yet. 29, there's your target. There is your target. Oh, inbounds. Hold on. Where there's one, there's usually 10 more torpedoes. So this is the point where Division 3 with 5 ships gets the panic permission. Which means that all of my ships are going to start dodging like crazy. Look at that. That's a lot of torpedoes. Like a lot. People, start turning. Oh boy. Okay. You're going to detach. Is there any path that I might take where I do not get torpedoed? Perhaps. Just between these as they spread out. The 16 needs to start turning that way. These are outbound, outbound. Okay. So it's the V8, which is by far the most, well, in trouble warship that I have. We're just going to have to continue the turn now. Dodge, buddy, dodge. Yes, thank you. Perfect. Well done. 16, what the fuck? Oh, you got your damage collision, or your avoidance collision on. Okay, the others, the 15 and the 17, are now detecting torpedoes as well. That's somewhere else. That's all the way over there. Ah, yes. The battlecruiser is getting torpedoed, much as I was worried about. If I turn in, I get a far better turning circle than if I turn out. So we're going to turn in. You guys, permission to panic. It's Div 4. Jesus, div 5? If they would just organize these in some sort of logical order. This is div 1, 2, 6, 5, 4, 3, 7. I don't quite get it, but okay. You can torp that if you so desire. Any more? Because it was the 17 and the 8. Yeah, that's the 8. The 8's mostly fine. Unless you detected more inbounds, but I don't think you did. You could have dodged that a bit better, but you're okay. So I'll take the win. Now, the battlecruiser is probably going to eat one. It has one anti-torpedo blister reduction. So it's not necessarily going to be disastrous. But just preemptively, I'm already going to start to slow down. And make sure that I don't take too much flooding, or at least that's the plan. We're going to start launching high explosive shells at the rest of these targets. Hold on, the 24 detected torpedoes. Oh yeah, those look inbound. Okay, you can continue to panic. 24 detected torpedoes, anybody else? The 15... Yeah, you're in a bit of trouble. Like a lot. Because I don't quite know how to extricate you from this situation. Everybody detach. Turning in's no good, turning out's no good. Even if I slow down, it's not going to be any good. Oh god, this thing is starfishing. This is a very, very weird, annoying bug. Where if the destroyer doesn't seem to know exactly which way the torpedoes should go, they just launch them in every which way. So I got one going there, there, and there. Yeah. Now I have ships in most of those directions as well. What are you doing, you dumb idiot? This isn't gonna make my life more difficult, and I already have plenty to worry about. Oh dear. Where's the 27? What div are you? Are you even in any div? Oh yeah, here, div 4. Spread out. The Hansa, 2 engines out, some flooding. Aside from that, I think we're okay. I still really don't want to turn into that division, so we're going to keep that turn up. The 10's going to have to turn that way. You're going to be eating a torpedo. I mean, with this many formations and this many torpedoes, we're bound to eat torps sometime. There's just very, very little that I can do about that. This is going to also be... Oh, extremely close. No, too close, in fact. Slow down. Fix that stuff. What are you two lovebirds doing? Is there any particular reason why you're here? No. You're a single ship. Okay. You're a single ship. What are my heavy cruisers up to? Because I know I pulled those back to make sure that the heavy cruisers didn't take too much damage, but... Okay, cancel panic mode. The V8 joins... What were you again? Yeah, all the way over there. Go. Getting some nice damage in on the Infernet. Torpedo warnings here. Hansa's still holding on flooding. 17 just sent out a salvo against the light cruiser. Maybe this one? Sure. Smoke up, everyone. We've got the 26 over there, which is now a solo div. The 15 needs to disengage. You need to disengage. You guys are actually doing quite fine, with the exception of the 17. That means that you can join that div here. 17 is leading it, and you're gonna have to fall all the way back in line. Just go. Fire on the Infernet. Torp this. Smoke out. Because you're also accidentally smoking up the battlecruiser. Not that it's the shells from the battleship that are doing damage. No, 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 no. Something far more deadly. Yeah. Got 2 nice divisions crossing paths here. The The heavy cruisers need to come in again. We got this massive floating error. The 16 is leading it, supposedly, followed by the 29, the 1, and then the 22, and then the 8. Oh, good grief, that was so close. Oh, crap. The 27 has also detected more torps. Oh boy. This time around, the Hansa should be fine because it turned her around. Okay, good. You are not doing so hot, though. You're gonna retreat. The 13 just lobbed an outbound salvo. I'm surprised I haven't hit anything with a torpedo at this point. Heavy cruisers, focus on the Pascal. V-25 detected torpedoes. Yep, you detected the same wave. There are still quite a few DDs at risk here. Go. I don't know. If I turn away? No. I'd rather slow and turn in, if that is at all feasible. I don't know. There's so many torpedoes coming this way. And of course, a computer can very accurately calculate what course change the ship should be making to not get hit. Although the AI in this game has been known to do some weird shit when it comes to dodging torpedoes. But hey ho. 24, you should be fine if you just turn. Oh joy, there's more. Yeah, the 19 got hit. So far, they've done a lot more damage than I have. But what they have not managed to achieve is any damage that is bound to kill one of my ships. I mean, the Hansa's not looking stellar, but she's alright. She'll survive. 7, go over there. Any more torpedoes reported? 19, yeah, I know about those, thank you. Torp this. Aggressively. Pascal has no more torpedoes. Dubourdieu still has torps. Tourville has torps. Enfernet has torps. We got outbounds. Any more reports? No. You're coming under a lot of fire there. 17. You might want to disengage. Just retreat. Because I will win this fight. It's just going to take me a little longer because I have all those heavy cruisers. DDs. Oh, 27 detected torps. Yep. Look deep. Where are the torps? Where are they going? They're going there. There's the Hansa. Turn that way. 13. You're so low, aren't you? Where do I group you even? I don't know. And it's still a perfectly functioning destroyer, so having it evacuate makes very little sense. Just slow down to full speed. You should be fine. There goes the Enfernet. That was not due to a torpedo, I believe. She just sunk. What is this? Oh, this is a division I disbanded. Okay. Okay. 19. Join 18. Thank you. 28. You can join 30. This is 28. Hold. No. 28. This is 30. Okay, so Div 1 joins Div 9. No, Div 13 joined there. Whatever. Go. These torpedoes are okay, kind of. Are we at all gonna hit anything with our torps? I'm very concerned the answer's gonna be a no. Because I haven't done anything. No, sorry, I have hit a torpedo. On you? Oh yeah, definitely on you. That was the thing that reduced the structural integrity. What I still hate about this game is that the Enfernet, while sinking, still detects the torps. It's like the crew is still at their sonar or hydrophone stations going, boys, there's more torpedoes in there. Instead of running for their lives and trying to get to the nearest lifeboat. No, they're still radioing back to the rest of the fleet that there are torpedoes about. Could you please stop flooding? Pascal coming under heavy fire from the heavy cruisers now, that's good. Iphigenie has detected torpedoes, yeah, she's not wrong. Still got a wall traveling somewhere towards the Dubourdieu and the Surcouf. Okay. And there's more out there. This div. Shoot. Not with torps, just with guns. High explosive. Or actually, were these paper thin? Not strictly. But they're not that strong. AP shells at the Pascal. No, it's turning. Okay, auto shells. P-13 ran out of torps. Great. Oh, God! You didn't run out of torps, you ran into a torp. Yeah, you detected them too, go figure. Retreat. Slow down. Although, it's flooding very quickly. I might lose one. Battlecruiser? Still lightly flooding. I don't like this at all. Sit. Stationary. I need you to fix your flooding first before I can even consider having you rejoin this fight. To their credit, they're still shooting. Battle continues with the heavy cruisers. Please, make an effort to hit the Pascal instead of water, which is not a threat. V-13 might survive. They seem to have the situation under control of flex tape. Wait, you're detecting torpedoes now? Oh yeah. Jesus. Look, the amount of ships that I'm trying to manage is getting a little insane. But, so far I haven't lost any. Boom! That was not supposed to happen. The 29 got hit by a torp. That was probably detected. 16. 16, buddy. I need you to start eliminating the Tourville. Just with the rest of your div, ideally. Why is the Pascal not dead? 60% chance to pen. Yeah, just your chance to hit is atrocious, people. 6.5 kilometers out against a light cruiser, 0.7%. It's not even in smoke. Why is this thing so hard to hit? Stormy weather. Could have fooled me. Could have fooled me. Is this thing gonna torp me? No, it probably already has. What did you torp? You torped the 16. Really? At this range, they should be on top of me. So that was potentially the salvo that hit the 29. Eliminate this light cruiser. How expensive are these things? 37 million only. Huh. So I can get 3 of my destroyers for one of their lights. Oh, I really want those better destroyers of mine to come out. Could really use those. Do we still have any functional divisions here? We do. Shadow that battleship and knock it out. 19. You are going to detach. Going to detach and disengage. I don't mind repairing all these things, but replacing them is far more costly. No torps. No, no, no. 7 and 18. 7 and 18 together. The other two here. Go. Oh, bloody hell. Glad I spotted that. Who is detecting torpedoes here? Something is shielding the Lorraine from a torpedo. Saw the torps. Oh, sorry. Outbound. That's a launch from one of my ships. That's not me being at risk of getting killed. Any more torpedo warnings here? None of current. Yeah, just come around. Nobody torp. Everybody shoot the Tourville. Also, why is the Pascal still a thing? Torpedoes all the way over there. Hansa is on 58% buoyancy. She should survive. More flooding on the Pascal. Excellent. I'd love it if you could categorize one of these damage reports, if you will. So that you can say, you know what? I don't want this to show up on my screen. I don't want this to show up on my screen. 4.5 damage, I don't care. I want to know when I'm taking, for example, or when a torpedo's been spotted. Anyway, I did sink something. I just don't exactly know what. Sinking, yeah. I think I'm, well... They only had light cruisers and a destroyer. Considering that there's one single icon over there, I think it's the light cruiser that we sunk. One of their light cruisers. Okay, we're overpenning with everything on this div, so you guys fire the high explosive. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that now. It's extremely rude. 51. Hello? Dude? What div are you even in? This div. Pascal is down. Excellent. The V1 has dodged torpedoes all on its own accord. How about that? It had to happen sometime, more as an accident than as a purpose. Oh shit, the Comet took a torp. Crap. I completely missed it. Okay, that means we're gonna have to detach the Comet. You detach from group, turn back, and go home. Chance of friendly fire here is getting serious. Because the way that my heavy cruisers are shooting, you'd think that they're trying to hit the Tourville. There, oh fuck me, there's another torpedo wall. 29! No! Speed up! Oh! God, don't do that. Stop. The V9 detected enemy torpedoes. You think? Jesus. Sorry guys, this is a bit of an emotional episode at this rate. Normally I'm a more professional caster than this. Okay buddy, it's my time to torp you. Increase the flank speed if you still can. We're gonna lock onto the Dubourdieu. We're not gonna care about the... Oh god. It's still stuck in torpedo avoidance mode. Stop doing that. Don't do that. The fact that this thing is in the middle of my division makes it very, very difficult to torpedo them. Now, I do expect the Tourville to be dead pretty soon. But we're only getting partial pens on their belt. So it's going to take me a while. Also, we seem to have completely lost track of the rest of the fleet. V-13 ran out of torp. What did you even torp? The Tourville? There are serious amounts of heavy cruisers in your path, you dummy. Don't try to kill your friends. You are supposed to go home and not eat any more torpedoes or turn on a dime, because that's not allowed. Whose fucking torpedoes are those? Oh, I swear that I'm doing more torpedo damage to my own fleet than to them. Which was the crew, or which was the DD that was trying to hunt down another... You. You were supposed to hunt down the Dubourdieu. Okay. At any rate, I think Blücher is going to have a problem. Thanks to a frickin' friendly. No such thing. Turn, buddy. Get that ass away from those torpedoes. Considering the spread that came out of the 27, I think. The 27 or the 13? Potentially the 13. Du Bourdieu ran out of torpedoes. Okay, what are you launching at? The V1. Who are you? You're the V1. Now the V1 is still under panic mode, so should be able to survive that. Okay, I've had it with this light cruiser. V8, do you still have torpedoes? Yes. Excellent. Detach. Torpedo this guy. On my order, don't. Don't. Thank you. No torps. That should kill them. 16, come around. Heavy cruiser status. Luger, fine. Deutschland and Thor with them. Excellent. Could you please sink? Thank you. Okay. It's for the V1, wasn't it? It's for the V1. Don't do that. Where is that torp even? Turn, dude. Torp? Here. Ow. No. Yes, ow. Who? V22? What? The V22 hits the V8? Where's the V8? What? What? Oh, right. Just with the main shell. Okay, fine. But somebody torpedoed a friendly. The V22 got torpedoed by somebody. One of these asshats back here. And these are green level crews. Yeah, well. I think they deserve a stern talking to at this point. Have you been torpedoing the battleship all by yourself? No, you haven't. It's just going to take forever to reload these tubes. Okay, fine. High explosive. Even as we are fighting a very well armored battleship. You don't have any torpedoes, so you're essentially gunboats. Fine, we're going to gun down that heavy... No, that light cruiser. You're not going to torp anything without my say-so. 29 detected torpedoes. Did you really? V1 is fine. That was the launch from the Du Bourdieu. Hello? V1 detected torpedoes. Go figure. They detected these. The key ships right now, I think, are my heavy cruisers and the DDs up there with the Lorraine. Because with those, I might still be able to execute a torpedo attack. Eventually. I'm not dodging torpedoes. Hello! There's more where that came from. This stormy weather is so bad for my aim. Minus 30% accuracy. Partial, 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 partial. Getting attacked with Du Bourdieu. Range here. 9 clicks out. How fast are you? 26 knots. Okay. It's gonna take you a while to get into range then. Gives me some opportunities to take out the Du Bourdieu and potentially some other thing behind it. At least my radar seems to think so, but you'd think that I would have spotted it by now. At this point, I've done almost twice the damage that the French have done. I have lost a few ships. Destroyers. My pride and joy, the Hansa, is still alive. It's going to take some time to fix her back up, but she'll live. That's the key thing. From this range, you should be able to murder that thing with AP. These AP shells? Yeah. 1 kilometer range? 19 inches of pen. I'm probably going to suffer overpen after overpen. Let's see. There. 18. Go ahead. Punch some holes in that thing. 42% chance to hit. I take it. Overpen, overpen, fire, overpen. Okay. LordenIII, still seemingly running. You guys are ready to launch. Launch vector's not great though, so we're gonna have to be patient. Oh, another light cruiser has shown up. Okay. At least the Dubourg has no torpedoes left. That's nice. What happened to you, 30? Just a whole lot of shell fire. Okay. Is this a destroyer? Yes. Wow. Okay. I thought we were going to face another light cruiser, but no, it's a destroyer. Of all things. Fine. We'll just have to take that down too. 28, you're going to go there. I'm going to detach the 30 and tell it to go home. The repair bill is going to be serious after this encounter. I'm going to take some distance from the destroyer, if at all possible, and switch fire to it. Oh crap, the 7 also might need to disengage. Dubourg's engine's been repaired. Where are my heavy cruisers at? What are you guys doing all the way back here? I know that the Deutschland is awful slow. Hold on. No, you didn't hit anything with a torpedo. I thought the Deutschland might have accidentally torpedoed friendly. Thank God they didn't. LordenIII. 8 clicks. Holy moly. What are you going to torp? The 28? Most definitely the 28. That's a triple launcher and that's everything else. There's absolutely nothing inside this smoke screen. That's my own destroyer. Come on. Yeah, you'll be fine if you actually adhere to my orders. Otherwise, you're going to be potentially in trouble. Now, I don't really want to spend torpedoes on taking out the Dubourg, but considering the state of the 7, I am going to do it. So I'm going to give the 7 permission to torp the Dubourg, and then the 18 and the 7 are both going to disengage. Although the 18 might be able to torpedo or gun down the Bourrasque. Okay. Two torpedo tubes. Yeah, they're looking the wrong way. They're still turning. Okay, fine. Dubourg does appear to be in a pretty steep turn. But we're 600 meters out. There's very, very little opportunity for them to dodge that. Bye-bye. That's 8 torpedoes. Well, hold on a second. No. What? Shit. 30 took a torp. You were already retreating, weren't you, 30? Anyway, this guy's down. Those torpedoes are going to continue travel. I doubt that they'll actually do any damage to the rest of my ships. The 30 sinks. Lovely. Okay, LordenIII. Time for you to start. No, they're still running away. Carry on. 18. Hunt down the Bourrasque. 7. Disengage. Leave. 28. No torps. Shoot the Bourrasque. 1. Get out there. You're gonna join the 28. So that is Div 9. There. 28. I need you to slow down some. Oh, you're already doing 19 knots. Perfect. You can go there. What do I have left? in combat capables. The 8... No, the 8's out of torpedoes. The 16 is not. 8 can retreat. You know what? Everything that's currently heavily damaged, I'm just going to put into one div. So 22 is div 3. You can join div 3. Goodbye. Go home. Still got the... Holy crap, where did you even go? See, at this point it doesn't much matter. Just leave. You're leaving, that's good. 19 and 10. Hold on, you are division 13, you're division 6. Go out, 15. Join div 12. There, retreat. I'd say the devs need to either make dodging of torpedoes by your own ships a lot better, or micromanaging the rest of your fleet. Because I am spending an awful lot of time just paused and trying to micromanage what ship needs to go where. And I am really trying hard to keep as many of my ships alive as possible, but the amount of time that I'm spending paused seems to be almost cheating. I know that the AI is doing all of this sort of in the battle as well as it happens, but I can't. Human players generally don't have that much micromanagement capability, especially since you don't see that well where all the torpedoes are going. Okay, you're done. Let's do it. It's not a great solution, but if I can at least slow them down some, that would help. 5% chance. Go that way. Go that way, increase the flank. You're leaving, that's good. Heavy cruisers. The Thor took a torp. Fine, I'm going to disengage all the heavies. Retreat. It's just going to be a bit of a DD torp engagement, and then we're going to leave. Because I doubt very much I can... I'm not even torping you, damn it. I very much doubt I can sink the Lorraine. She has maximum bulkheads, and she has torpedo blister... 4. Yeah, we're gonna disengage. It's been enough. I have tried to dodge torpedoes for the last 40 minutes. I think it's enough. You know what, on your way out, just throw some torpedoes in their face, or to their stern at this point, and just go. Because at least we've dealt with quite a few of their light cruisers. No. No launch because of the bad weather. And I am very grateful for the fact that we are facing the French with their limited light cruiser capability, as opposed to the British, which would definitely bring more torpedoes with them. Now, the Hansa didn't really do much, except get torpedoed. And this is kind of the problem with these capital ships. In this campaign, they're just difficult to use. Because you can't really send them forward against that many torpedoes. The heavy cruisers, I think, did okay. What? How are you still seeing me? We've got light cruisers 10 clicks out. Okay. The heavy cruisers did okay, but I think when you actually look at the amount of damage that they did, it's not going to be that great. It's 2k here, 456, 385. Come on. And the one retreating heavy cruiser, the Comet, 688. Okay. Let's wrap this up. There we go. Not a flawless battle, but we managed to sink 6 ships. That was 5 light cruisers. Sorry, 6 light cruisers, No, 5 flight cruisers and DD, that's it. 5 flight cruisers and a DD. I didn't even identify this guy, but it went down regardless. The battleship has survived, taking, I think, very limited amounts of damage, but the Hansa has also survived. And this is important. When it comes to victory points, we get 2,700, they get 417. Now, the repair bill. It's not going to be funny. Kaiser versus the Emperor of India. Just checking if the French didn't accidentally snipe my victory points. Not sure. Anyway, coast alarm. We're going to do this next time. Because it's going to be the Kaiser Wilhelm der Große versus the Emperor of India. 15-inch guns, 15-inch guns. But they also get the Thetis and 2 destroyers. I get 2 destroyers as escorts. So, join me next time for more battleship on battleship action. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon for more.